Hello, everybody. I'm so glad to be here tonight. And tonight I'm going to be reading from this oracle deck called Believe in Your Own Magic by Amanda Lovelace. Hey, Deal With It is here. So tonight I will not be reading for people on Facebook. I will only be reading on for people who view from YouTube. So thank you so much for understanding and making the chat a little bit easier for me to manage and admin. I appreciate you. But I'm going to go ahead and get us started with we're going to do just a general reading, general for the collective. And the question is, what do we need to know for the new moon? What do we need to focus on for the new moon? What is our focus or intention for healing, or just in general for uplifting consciousness or bettering ourselves tonight? So we're going to pull just a couple of cards. And like I said, anybody who's tuned into this stream, feel free to simply comment and I'll get you a reading. Okay, feather. Oh, can't see. There we go. So the energy that surrounds us as a collective tonight is this energy of the feather. And it says, think before you judge. Oh, look, and it's me. I always think that this card looks like me. But the second card, the energy that kind of gives us clarity or moves us forward, is gold. You don't need somebody else to fix you. So I really feel like both of these messages from this oracle reading for the collective are pointing us to be maybe a little bit more introspective for the new moon. I know typically people want to do action and planning and moving big energy during the new moon, but maybe it's time to be introspective. So look today, or tonight rather, for areas in your life where you have inflexibility or you have a lack of compassion for others. Oftentimes, the areas in your life where you're most inflexible are the areas where spirit wants you to do more learning. So that's something to think about. And then our clarity card, this is very interesting. The gold card says, you don't need someone else to fix you. So the message for us right now is, we have to be introspective and to think about what is best for us, what is best for the collective. And honestly, what is best for us is stepping into our own power and being strong enough to be able to heal ourselves and uplift ourselves. And knowing that sometimes we can step forward, step into our power and do scary things, make big decisions, or even set boundaries. So I think that that is a good message for us. I'm very excited to get started for tonight. Also, as a small note, I do have the Carolyn Miss archetype cards out. You guys know how much I love those cards. I think they're so cool and that they're really just like helpful. And I'm trying to turn off my do not disturb. There we go. I'm trying to turn off the volume on my phone. I really think that those cards are amazing at like helping you if you have any particular problems. So if any readings come up tonight that seem like, oh, there's some issues or areas that we need to look at, I will pull some archetype cards as well so that we can go deeper into the energy of what's going on tonight. But I'm going to go ahead and let's read for Deal with Life. Hi, Deal. Thanks for showing up. And feel free to also do the thumbs up thing, the share thing. All that really helps me. All right, Deal. So the energy that surrounds you, the energy that surrounds you is the gold card. So remember, you don't need somebody else to fix you. So right now you are in the energy of probably mending and fixing yourself. I want to just affirm you right now that you're on a journey, and journeys are sometimes messy and they're not very well planned out because we're just kind of authentically moving with the energy and alignment and, going down that path. So it's not always like pretty or aesthetic to heal and to go down that journey. So this is a message. Gold. You don't need somebody else to fix you. You don't need somebody else to validate you. You have enough right now to do all of the things that you need to do. Hey, Karen, thanks for tuning in on Facebook. Come subscribe to YouTube and comment over there, and I'd love to do a reading with you. Okay, Deal. The clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, interesting, is thorns. And it says, weave together the crown that you deserve. Weave together the crown that you deserve. So both of these messages together, to me, it also feels a little bit like boundary setting. Thorns are a little like thorny and sometimes they can prick you, even though they lead to really beautiful flowers, very beautiful expression in art. So my idea right now is that you're doing the right things. You're kind of on this heart-centered journey towards compassion and healing, but know that you don't need to seek validation from others, right? You don't need a healer or a priest or a somebody to tell you what you need to do with your life or what the next step is for you, because you already know. You already know. You have that alignment, that authenticity, and you're very, very connected to your spiritual energy. So that all is very good. This is basically the thorny card. This is about like making the best out of a shit situation. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but it's about making the best out of a bad situation. So it's the understanding that we do a lot of work in intention and attraction and vibration, and that there are a lot of things in life that we can control. But there are also a lot of things in life that nobody could ever control. And sometimes we aren't dealt the best hands. So this is a message to reevaluate yourself, reevaluate your settings, reevaluate your life, reevaluate the cards that you were dealt with, and understand that sometimes we have to make the most out of a situation that isn't necessarily the best. But I see you on the path. I see you. I know that you're healing. I know that you're going through this, but sometimes I feel like we need just a little bit of extra validation and love to know that you're doing the right thing. So I just want to affirm that for you. And thanks for tuning in for the new moon. I appreciate you, Deal. All right, my friends. Anybody else who would like a reading, tune in on Facebook and give me a comment, or tune in on YouTube. I'm so sorry. Tune in on YouTube and give me a comment. I would love to do more readings tonight for the new moon. I would like to ask one more question for the collective. I'm going to go ahead and ask, what energy should we invite for the new moon as a collective? I think that that's a really good one. You're welcome, Deal. Thank you so much for commenting. All right, what energy should we as a collective bring in for the new moon? All right, so the energy that surrounds us is garden. Something lovely will grow from this. This card is like a person. She's got like a rose. Her hands look to be like dark or wounded to me. And so I don't know. This kind of makes me think that all of us collectively are going through like a prickly situation. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. And you see this person in the background, they've got like a sword, and they're really empowered, but they're just taking a moment, like taking a knee, taking a rest. Hi, Katina. Come join us over on YouTube, and I would love to read for you. I'm going to read for YouTube subscribers tonight. Okay, so something lovely will grow from this as a collective. So I do think that tonight is a good night, you know, to reevaluate things and to maybe sink deeper into who we are, into the energy of who we are. Today in the Tonopawali is 7 Sochi, the flower. So Sochi is kind of like this energy of blooming, of awareness, of spirituality, and of reflection. So I really think that tonight is a really beautiful night to have a new moon, and it is really well aligned with the energy of the Tonopohuali. So tonight is an excellent night for spirit and for spiritual connection as well. So this is a great time for reflection and evaluation. But let's go ahead and give us some clarity. What new things should the collective call in for the new moon? Tree, let them go. Let them go. Interesting. So I really do feel like this is a call for shadow work. And remember, when we let things go, we make space for new blessings in our life. I think that we can only hold on to so many things at once. And maybe some people are good at holding on to more things than others. Maybe some people can only manage just a little bit. But I really, really, truly believe that when we make space in our lives, whether that's, you know, getting rid of clutter or making space in our contacts. You know, how many contacts do you have on your phone? Making space in your life and your contacts, or making space in your digital life, like cleaning up your friends list, cleaning up all of the photos, the meaningless photos that you have saved, your brunch from 2 years ago that you don't even like really care about. Go through things and let go, release, and make an energy for new blessings to welcome you, essentially. And then this is also a message. Let them go, right? Let go of the toxic people, let go of the people that don't feed you, let go of the people who don't water you. But also, this is very important message to nurture the people who are nurturing you. That's something that we have to think about when we let go of things. Nature abhors a vacuum. So if you let go of a bunch of crap and clutter and you don't set an intention, the universe is going to just send you more crap and clutter to fill up those spaces. So every time that you release, whether that's, you know, releasing items, clutter, new clothes, or digitally releasing things, or making space in your life by nurturing good friendships and kind of not paying attention to people who chap you the wrong way, you're making space and you're setting in this intention that I'm going to call in good things in the place of those things that I've released. I hope that helps. Oh, look at Jacoby's on, and she says, I thought it was Thursday. It's been one of those days. Oh my goodness. I am feeling that. I was like thinking tonight, like the calendar is really crazy and it's like a time for reflection, and it's not supposed to be a time to actually like go out and do things. So I was really nervous and I was like, should I do readings tonight or should I just rein it in and like maybe do it next week? But I did decide to come in and do the reading. So I'm glad you guys are all tuned in with me tonight for the new moon. Katina, on my Facebook video, there is a link to my YouTube, or you can go to YouTube and type in Brittany Freakin' Chavez, and my live videos should pop up. Live videos have a little square that says live on them. So they're easier to tell them apart from the previous, like the videos that are no longer live. Jacoby, let's go ahead and do a reading for you, my friend. And I'm reading from this Believe in Your Own Magic deck again tonight. I haven't read from this in a while, and I really like the energy of this deck. So let's see, Jacoby, we got the energy that surrounds you. Mural, interesting. So the mural, it's got like a lady, a person with a cat, and they're painting on the wall like this picture of this really beautiful, elaborate castle. But the castle is on fire. So this is like a message that if you don't tune into yourself, if you don't tune into your own needs, then nobody else is going to do that for you. I think that's part of the reason why living in like this post-apocalyptic capitalist society with all this COVID crap and everything running around, why it's so overwhelming for so many of us, because we don't have a village, and a lot of us don't have like a support network or a system of people where if we're having a bad day, we can just lean over and say, look, I'm having a bad day. I'm really super tired. Can you make dinner for me and my kids? Like that would be really great if we had a support network like that, because it's overwhelming. It's really overwhelming. So this is a message that life is overwhelming right now. It might be a little bit more overwhelming for you, but you have to make yourself a priority. If you don't, then Spirit sends you little messages and lessons. We'll say that. Spirit sends you little lessons that encourage you to put yourself as a priority until you actually do it. So I think a lot of us have trouble keeping ourselves as a priority. So let's go ahead and pull one more card for clarity, Jacoby. This is all about, though, like I said, tuning into yourself, making sure that your needs are met as best as you can. And like I said, I know society is crazy, but we're all together kind of, uplifting consciousness and living this intentional path because we want more intentional beings in the world. So as you continue down this path of intention, you literally uplift and change everybody who you come into contact with, whether that's family or coworkers or just random people in the supermarket. By living an intentional existence and prioritizing yourself, you are teaching everybody else in the community to do so as well. So this is your clarity card, my friend. We've got expectations. Hi, I love this. Don't seek anyone's approval. So this is like really strong energy, Jacoby, of like, you know what? I've got this. So I'm really like digging this for you. But this energy is definitely like, there's like a lady, she's communicating with like wisps and fairies. She's like smelling a rose and just kind of sitting on her own. And you can see the moon is not new, but it's like almost new. I would say that in the next maybe week or so, you're going to have a sweet experience where it's like, I set my boundaries and things really worked out for me and I feel good. Like I feel benefit from that situation. So I'm looking forward to that because all of those things are healing. And I hope that reading was helpful, Jacoby. Karen, you made it to YouTube. Let's do a reading for Karen. And make sure it helps me with the algorithms if you thumbs up the video, then more people get to see this. Oh, Jacoby said accurate. I have been trying to work on my whole excessively independent thing and definitely have a long way to go. Yes. Okay. So I have something really important to say on that thread, right? And not to call you out, I'm going to unhighlight that. But like, if you are excessively independent or you can't ask for help, or when people offer you help, you can't accept for help, there's not like something wrong with you. Like you're not broken or something. That's called a trauma response. And so like, I really think that vibration is important. Raising your vibration is important. Protecting your space, protecting your energy is very important. But if you are trying to do all of those things and like not acknowledging your very real trauma responses, then you're not healing any of your trauma or any of the like karma or negative energy that is surrounding you or your body or your energy. So I've got like a lot of beef with some of the new age-ish, spiritual teachers or readers or healers who do not take it to effect that the world is really traumatic, and a lot of us have a lot of trauma responses that we're working through. So the best thing that we can do is pay attention. Like if you're uncomfortable or you do have some sort of trauma response, or you just feel like, I can't meditate because I can't get it together, or I have too many thoughts in my head, or I'm just really struggling with this spiritual thing, like keep on the path and keep doing things and start to address your trauma however you can. I love social media. Like I love YouTube and Instagram. There's so many like psychologists and counselors and things that make content. Now, of course, that doesn't replace actually going out and getting therapy, but like we really do need to start addressing our own traumas. That's how you raise your vibe. Like you can have a lot of unconscious clutter, if you will, because of the trauma and the things that we've all experienced. And I'll tell you what, I have not met one person alive who has not had a traumatic experience. Like all of us have had trauma somewhere down along the road, and new moons are a good time to address things like that. So if you have some energy that's like hiding somewhere, or you have been through some traumatic things, it's okay to rehash those things when you feel safe to hold space for them and to work on healing those things. I hope that is a little helpful for somebody. Let's see. Jacoby says, oh, the clarity one is another thing that I'm working on. So that's good, I guess. And Chrislyn says, may I ask? Sure, go ahead and ask a question. Karen, let's go ahead and do a reading for you now. Thank you so much for joining on YouTube. I appreciate you. And everybody watching, please do the thumbs up thing on YouTube. That really, really helps me out. But Chrislyn, yeah, feel free to pop a question in the chat. All right, Karen, here we go. We got this question, or this card is the energy that surrounds you. Ooh, this is a good one. Okay, I like this, Karen. So this is a woman standing in front of the mirror, and she's got very long hair. She's got the sword, and she's ready to slice her hair off. This card is called Make the Change. So the big theme that you should be focusing on is recently, probably in the past 3 weeks, very strong, but maybe going back maybe months or years, you've had a pull to do something. You've had a very strong pull, whether that is, again, setting boundaries or cutting people out or changing whatever you're doing in your life. Like you've had a very strong pull to make a change. And so now is the time to make that change. Like now is the time. Mercury went direct a couple of days ago. We're out of the shadow of Mercury retrograde. Make all the decisions. Like now is the time, Karen, to make big decisions. And we're going to pull one more card. This card is clarity. This is direction. This is moving you forward. Stars, you can manifest your every wish. Wow. So Karen, both of these cards like put together, this is the energy that's around you, and this is clarity and what is bringing you forward. Hi, Katina. I'm glad you made it over here. But this is pushing you forward and telling you that now is the time to manifest your every desire. And now is the time to start sowing those seeds. So I feel like you've been through a lot, and maybe you've done a lot of shadow work. You've done a lot of reflection. So now is the time to move forward and to make that change. If you are looking to manifest some really big thing, the best way to go about doing that is to take the first physical step that you can. So like if you want to have a new car or something, like go out there and start researching the cars that you want. Or if you want a new house, like make a vision board or draw or paint what that new house looks like or what it feels like. That's the easiest way to draw those energies to you. But now is the time to make that change. I hope that's helpful, Karen. That's big energy. Okay, Chrislyn asked, will I get a job this month? Jacoby said, yes, the excessive independence is a trauma response has been my issue. And that's the direction I've been taking to try to learn how to heal it. Yeah, that's beautiful. Thanks for sharing that, Jacoby. Pisces commented and wants to know about another person. I hate doing relationship readings. Like I hate them. I feel like that doesn't elevate consciousness or like actually help people. And if that person was really super important, they would be on this feed asking for a reading for themselves. So I would love to read for you, Pisces, about like, what would improve your life or what would help manifest love or what would remove blocks or barriers in your life. But I don't like to do relationship readings. I just think it's not very helpful. And most of the time people don't like what I have to say. But let's read for Chrislyn. And Chrislyn, the question I'm going to ask is, what do I need to do to remove blocks surrounding getting that new job? What do I need to do to remove blocks surrounding getting that new job? This is the energy that surrounds you. Dragons. This is like a badass lady who's got a flaming sword. She's walking towards a castle with a bunch of dragons, and it says, slay them all. So you're asking, am I going to get a job? Am I allowed to? Can I get a job in the next month? Yes, 100% yes. The energy around you is you are ready to take on some big energy, some dragons, and you're ready to conquer things. Maybe that's fears, maybe that's anxiety, maybe that's I didn't really have a good work environment with my last job. You're ready to conquer all of those things. So that is really, wow, beautiful. Okay, Chrislyn, we're going to ask one more question. This is clarity. This is what you need to do. Again, removing blocks and manifesting that new job. Library, take control of your own narrative. Interesting. So what this tells me, Chrislyn, is that maybe you've got some like negative self-talk. Maybe you're a critic to your own self. I want you to remember that if you have critical voices or repeating thoughts that kind of drag you around in a circle, a lot of times those repeating thoughts are somebody else's voice, like somebody who is mean to you, like a bad partner or a bad parent or a bad teacher, somebody who took advantage of you. They gave you those bad critical energies, and that is not actually your mind criticizing yourself. It's not you criticizing yourself. It's somebody else's energy. So get rid of it. Be conscious of it. If you do have like thought patterns that kind of drag you down, it's very difficult to just beat them up and say, okay, I'm just not going to think bad thoughts anymore, and I'm going to just slay the dragons, if you will, like this card says. It's very hard to do that because the more you fight against something, the more it appears in your experience. So it's best to honor negative thoughts or thought patterns that are more cyclical. So if you have thought patterns and you're like, look, I want to get this new job, but then you're like, but your last job sucked. You're like, I want to get this new job, but I don't think I can make enough money in my field. I want to get this new job, but whatever those criticisms are, what I want you to do is to recognize them, very clearly recognize them, and then thank them and bless them. I can't get this new job because of whatever reason. Thank you for giving me that warning. I appreciate you. In a time previously in my life, that warning was very helpful, but it is no longer beneficial to the path that I am leading. Recognize those thoughts, bless them, and send them away. So I think that is the barrier that steps in between you and manifesting this new career or position. And I think that you can manifest very quickly. It's just about doing a little thing to clean up your energy. You've got this. Laura Elder, I would love to read for you. I'm only reading for people on YouTube. So pop over to YouTube and give me a like and a sub over there, and I would love to read for you. Okay, hang on. Now let's scroll up a minute. So Katina made it. I think we just read for Chrislyn. Okay, and so Katina says, I've been working on it, yes, for a year and for a change, been working on manifesting some really nice stuff. I really need closure regarding a past relationship. Okay, Katina, let's ask that question. That's a very good question. I want closure on a past relationship. So relationships are medicine, right? Everything that you interact with in life is medicine, or it has the capacity to be medicine, has the capacity to save your life or to teach you very deep wisdom that upgrades your soul and upgrades your consciousness. So if you have a past relationship and you need closure from it, or you feel like you haven't healed from it, that's really heavy energy. And you have to work through and process that. So it's a very good thing to ask in divinations. Like, let's get some clarity on this and process and move forward. Because all of the relationships we have, even the ones that are really like, oh, that was really rough or hard, or I didn't like that, those teach us things about what kind of relationships we want to manifest and attract into our life in the future. So even relationships that were a little shaky or like, oh, I didn't like that, you had something about that relationship that you liked, or you wouldn't have stuck with it for so long. There was something about it that was good. So it's important to look for that good medicine, separate the trauma and all the negative stuff that we don't like, and then move forward with the good stuff without being jaded from our past experiences. So let's go ahead and do this reading for Katina. And this is closure regarding a past relationship. So the energy that surrounds this past relationship, Katina, is witch. Justice is coming. I like that. So this makes me feel like, again, you said you need closure from this relationship. So maybe whatever this person did, it wasn't very nice. Okay. Maybe they haven't paid the price for it yet. Maybe they're like, blissfully ignorant even that they hurt you. So I do feel like the scales are going to be tipping for that person, and that they're going to get kind of like a taste of their own medicine. I know we're using the word medicine a lot tonight, but that's very important. I think that's where that saying comes from, like getting a taste of your own medicine. Oh yeah, because like we're always giving medicine, we're always taking medicine from other people, other experiences, other relationships. This person's going to get a taste of their own medicine. Oh man, it's making me cough. Okay, so the next card is bringing you clarity on this resolution and closure of this relationship. And we've got, wow, you never needed those wings to fly. So this really makes me wonder if the relationship that you had in the past, like this person really built you up and made you believe that you are only strong, you are only powerful, you are only valuable if you have this person in your life. Did they tell you that so much that that's something that you actually believe? This card here suggests that you never needed those wings to fly. So like this person built you up, made you think all of these things, that you were so great only if you were with them. And then when they remove themselves from your life, you're kind of like having to pick up the pieces and build yourself back up again. So the message here is you had all of the power to begin with. You always had the power. This is like a ruby slipper moment. But you don't need that person, and you don't need whatever medicine that they offered you. You don't need that relationship or that energetic exchange, because you already have the power within you to be happy, to be whole, to be balanced, and to move forward in your life in the way that you need to. And I hope that one's helpful, Katina. Hey, OKC Mama. I'm doing readings with Believe in Your Own Magic tonight. I really like this deck, and I haven't used it in a couple months, so I'm glad to be here. I would love to do a reading for you. And everybody who's still watching, like I said, if you would like a reading, feel free to drop a comment for me on YouTube, and make sure you thumbs up. That really helps the algorithm. And I'm trying to grow my presence on YouTube because I really do feel like that's the best way to reach people. Sometimes Facebook changes their algorithm. Actually, they change it all the time, and it's very hard to grow an audience there. So I appreciate you guys tuning in on YouTube and helping me out. All right. Oh, Darla, good evening. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're here. Okay, let's go ahead and read for OKC Mama. OKC Mama, this is the energy that surrounds you. Oh, wow. Very nice. So you got the lavender card, and the medicine of the lavender card is surround yourself with love. Sometimes the world feels loveless. Sometimes the world feels crispy and difficult and hard to navigate. And we really need to take time to love ourselves and to fill ourselves up with good things. Hey, Karen, I would love to read for you, but I'm only doing readings for people over on YouTube tonight. So feel free to go check me out on YouTube, and I would love to do a reading for you if you comment over on that feed. But okay, see, Mama, the energy is surround yourself with love. So this new moon, your focus, your intention should be all around making yourself feel very beautiful. This is all about sowing seeds for the life that you wish to create. So you need to have more beauty in your life. You need to have more love. You need to have more compassion, more kindness. We all do. We all need these things. So just for tonight, what I want you to do is focus on having the best experience, the most love, the most passion, just the most comfort, the most ease. And tonight is magical. So as you intentionally have the most beautiful night tonight, you will grow more beauty, more love, and more rest for yourself in the future. Because tonight you are laying down seeds for everything that your life will be in the next couple of months. Let's do one more card though. OKC Mama, this is clarity about the new moon. Hi, Robert Moorhead. Go ahead and follow me on YouTube. I would love to do a reading for you if you comment over there. Oh, this card fell out. So this is definitely for you, Kate. Voyage. Okay, very good. So the Voyage card says you already have all the answers. And you see there's like this person here. They have a map and they're on a boat. And there's like, they're missing out on all of the magic. There's like a mermaid or something in the background here. And they're so busy like being wrapped up and looking at like the map that they can't even see the magic that's right in front of them. So this is definitely, I think a card that is saying like, you need to trust yourself and trust your experience. Stop trying to do all the research or stop trying to, figure out how everybody else does it. Like do the things that work for you in this time. And that is the magic. That is the way that you unlock your potential. It's not about, like, research is good, talking to other people is good, getting ideas is good, but you have to make sure it resonates with you. So this is a very important message. Pay attention tonight to your own resonance and build that life of beauty and joy and passion, respect, all of those beautiful, whatever adjectives you want to call in tonight. Have the best night tonight, and that will sow the seeds for the future. I hope that that's helpful. Okay, see, Mama. Oh, Robert Moorhead, thanks for tuning in, even though you're with family. That's awesome. Oh, thank you so much, OKC Mama. OKC Mama says that that was spot on. Thank you. I'm glad that it was helpful. I really love giving these messages. If you guys are tuning in on YouTube, make sure you give me a thumbs up. That really helps with the algorithm. All right, here we go. We're going to read for Darla. Darla says that she would like to see what comes up for her today. So let's go ahead and read for Darla. And then any YouTube people, please drop me a comment, and I would love to read for you. Let's see. All right, Darla, this is the energy that surrounds you. Okay. I like this one. This is cool. So this card, the energy that surrounds you, is the Phoenix, and it says, how's that for happily ever after? So in this card, it's like a woman. She looks like she's standing in the ashes of something that used to be. It's like something that no longer exists anymore. So this is basically saying you need to recognize the things that you've lost, especially like in the past year. It might be friends, it might be family members, it might be relationships or jobs, experiences, opportunities. It could be anything. Remember the things that you've lost this year and think about how maybe some of those things, it was good that you lost them. Like, do you ever, I know you guys do this, do you ever look back on like previous relationships, whether that's with friends or partners or just work experiences, whatever? You look back on previous experiences and you got out of those experiences and you're like, dodged a bullet with that one. So this is like a really important message that sometimes in the losing of things, we gain other things. We gain clarity, we gain new blessings. So it's good. How's that for happily ever after? This means that you're doing well despite the things that you've lost, but it's time to reassess those things. And so we're going to do one more card, Darla. This card is for clarity. Where do we go from here now that we've seen everything burning? I bet it's about growth, right? Because when things burn down, it's actually like fertilization. Like, I don't know if you guys watch nature documentaries all the time like I do, but like they talk about all the wildfires and things, and like the forest creating these wildfires is actually like a natural process of fertilization and like getting rid of old and dead and sick trees and allowing for space to grow new things. So that's exactly the energy that's going on with you. Oh, geez. Deal with Life said that they're having Keanu Reeves dodging bullets moments. I feel, whoa. Oh, it's like that though. If you're guided by spirit, you do dodge a lot of bullets. That's beautiful. Okay, Darla, this is the energy that provides you clarity. Cool. I like this one. Darla, you got the Throne, and it says your potential is endless. So what I would say with both of these cards for the new moon, you're being asked to do reflection, especially around areas where you have grief or areas where you have loss. Hopefully you don't have areas where there's too much grease. That's kind of gross, but moving forward for clarity, you need to understand that you have the magical potential to do anything. You know this. We're all creators in our experience, and all it takes is for us to realize our potential and our power as co-creators of this wonderful experience and alignment and, I don't know, dimension that we're all a part of. But I hope that that's helpful. Reevaluate, move forward, and do the thing. That's the message. Okay, Robert Moorhead commented and said they're having trouble with family members and they would like a card. I would love to help you out, Robert. And then anybody else who would like a reading, feel free to comment. I would love to get you one. All right, Robert. So we got one card. This is the energy that surrounds you, and it says Lighthouse. Don't doubt your worth. I don't know exactly what's going on. Oh, Darla says so much. Yes. I'm glad that was helpful, Darla. But Robert, I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I do. Hi, April. I would love to read for you after I finish this reading for Robert. Robert, I don't know exactly what's going on with your family, but I do know sometimes your family unintentionally takes advantage of you. Like, this is just all family as an archetype. Like, sometimes they don't realize that they're taking too much or that they're asking too much. And if you don't stand in your own sovereign being and tell people, like, look, this is too much on me, like, I'm feeling really imbalanced, then that's going to lead imbalance and hurt you and make you feel like you're not worth anything. So it's very important with family, especially, that you make your worth known. That's very, very important. Make your worth known with everyone, but especially with family, because people close to you shouldn't get upset when you tell them what you're worth. People close to you should be like, wow, okay, you're worth that. And I see your worth, I see your value, and I do not want to take advantage of that. So it's very important to make sure you set those boundaries with your own self. I know that we always think about setting boundaries as like, I'm going to put up an iron fence and I'm not going to let anybody in. I don't think that that's healthy boundaries. To me, healthy boundaries looks like, what am I willing to do? Like, what am I willing to do to help my family? Or what am I willing to do to help somebody else out? Can I do that without like hurting myself or losing too much money? Or will I be able to get enough sleep if I go help them do this thing? Like, you really have to think about your own balance, and don't let people guilt or make you pity them so that you go do things for them. But this is definitely a message of healthy boundary setting, for your own heart and knowing your worth. And when you are able to set healthy boundaries with other people, that means you do know your worth and you're very balanced in that area. So I think it's something that we all need to continually reevaluate and reassess, and make sure that we do good work on keeping our own heart healthy and setting boundaries for our own heart. So the next card that you get, Robert, is gray, and it says endings are inevitable. So this might be like a little bit of a message, Robert, that now is the time to maybe remove yourself from some situations and give people time to cool down and heal. I went through a period of not talking to a lot of my family members for like 12 years, like more than a decade. That's a long time. So I cannot like preach to other people and be like, oh yes, you need to love everybody 100% of the time, all the time, just be in their face 24/7. Like, I do think sometimes removing yourself from the situation does create just like a contained space where you're able to heal and then move forward with your family. And sometimes if you're really unhealed because they've done a lot of crap to you, or you've just had like a really, a couple of rough hands in this past season or go around, if you've had a really rough time and your family or anybody is making your time more rough, if you extradite yourself from that situation and just give yourself space to heal, you can come back later. I don't think that, removing yourself has to be like a forever deal, basically, but it's okay to take space where you need it. I hope that one's helpful, Robert. All right, April, let's do a reading for you, my friend. We'll do we'll do two cards. We'll do the energy that surrounds you and then clarity. And anybody else who's tuning in on YouTube, feel free to drop me a comment. I would love to read for you. And make sure you do the thumbs up thing too. That really helps me. All right, April, the energy that surrounds you is the library. Take control of your own narrative. I know that I have some maybe personal information about your life, but the way that I see things that you're going through, I think that, again, this is one of those issues where you're just given a really crappy hand. Like, this was a terrible hand, actually. I'm not even making fun of that or making light of it at all. Like, sometimes you're given a really crappy hand. And so now is the time where you take control of your own power and take control of your own narrative. So what I could offer you is, I think that it's important to keep speaking. I think it's important to let your messages be heard. And I think it's also important to continue to do reflection as things bubble up. And I feel like when you go through really big experiences, sometimes they continue to bubble up for years after that. And so it's important to honor yourself while you're walking through a process of healing, and to just let that unfold as it will. I think with my own really bad hand that I got, that really forced me to be kinder to myself and to learn more compassion for myself, and to let myself experience emotions, or to cancel appointments and tell people, look, I can't see you today because I really need to take some time for myself and for my own emotions. And so I think that now is the time to take control of the narrative, defend yourself as much as you feel is necessary. Keep sharing your story, keep letting things, emotions, whatever come up, and just be present for them. And then this is going to be a clarity for you, April. We got clarity. Okay. Nostalgia. Very good. So, and this is I am saying that this is spirit giving you a reminder, okay? A reminder that says nostalgia, focus on the here and now. The reminder is that you need to be grounded in reality and grounded in the here and now, grounded in life, grounded in what we're doing. And what we're doing here is being in alignment with our authentic selves, raising vibrations, and moving forward on a path of intention and authenticity. At least that's what I think that I'm doing here. I don't know about y'all. That's my goal. I want to have very good authenticity, very good alignment with myself and with spirit. I want to help the community. And so these are things that should be on all of our minds. Like, how can I be in best alignment with myself? How can I protect my own heart? How can I make sure that my heart is healed and has all of the medicine and all of the compassion and all of the cushy soft things that it needs while it's healing? So I think that that's very important. But like I'm saying, this is a medicine from spirit, like a message that you need to do, like grounding work. Like that's very important. So like you can physically ground by going outside, stepping bare feet in the dirt and in the grass and things like that. But other people find grounding in different areas or different techniques. So some people get really grounded when they watch a fire or the flame of a candle. Other people feel really super grounded when they're sitting in a bathtub soaking in some salt. My kids the other day, the wind was wild. It was like blowing my kids all around. They went outside and got grounding in the wind. They just were feeling the wind and the elements, and they were like having the time of their lives. But this is definitely a medicine that you are doing well. You are on the right path. You're doing a lot of healing, but make sure you focus on yourself, focus on your energy, focus on your grounding. And I hope that that one's helpful, April. Awesome. So anybody else who would like a reading, feel free to comment. I would love to do that. One thing I would love to talk to you guys about, I know that I talk about this probably more than maybe I should, but I am really looking into the Julius Jones case. I have been for like a couple months, years now. And in my private Facebook group, I've been putting up different ceremonies and things to help free and liberate Julius Jones. So if you guys are praying types or you hold ceremonies or ritual, make sure that you keep Julius Jones in your prayers. And also keep Kevin Stitt in your prayers. I know he's a man. He's the governor of Oklahoma for you guys who aren't local. But he is a man who has a lot of responsibility, and literally the life of others is in his hands. So we need to pray for him that he makes the right choices and decisions. Hey, Shelly, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, I'll give you a card. April says, that's so helpful, and thank you so much. I see you and honor each of our bad hands and love you, my friend. Oh, thank you so much. I think that that's truly what is needed for healing. And that's something that a lot of us don't get in our modern type of society. We don't get that I see you. And that is very, very important. Like, we don't need pity to heal. We don't need people to feel sorry for us so that we can heal. What we need is we need people to see us. I want you to see this horrible thing that I went through. I want you to see how strong I am. And I want you to feel how uncomfortable I am. And that's it. You don't have to be uncomfortable. You don't have to feel bad for me. You don't have to have pity, but you need to see and honor people. Okay. And that's why I think that doulas are so important. That's another tangent for another night. But as in my work as a doula, I have sat with people while they go through really hard things, unimaginable things, birth, miscarriage, unexpected C-sections, some crazy complications, or just a really powerful experience. And people need to be seen when they go through powerful experiences. Remember, I don't really believe in good experiences or bad experiences. Like, everything is just a neutral thing that happens to you. Like, objectively, when I look at the bad things that have happened to me, I can't look at them and be like, yeah, those were great experiences, but they weren't really bad either. They were just big experiences that happened. And I think when we start to take away the value of good and bad on our experiences, we take away the value of good and bad from our actions, and we allow ourselves space to heal and space to process without so much density and value surrounding those events and those things. So I love you so much, April, and I am definitely thinking about you. But let's go ahead. We'll read for Shelly. And like I said, I really am trying to build my YouTube presence. So make sure you go over there and give me a thumbs up. That really helps me. And then, of course, subscribe and all that good stuff. I want to go live and do shadow work readings and energy clearings again sometime this week. I'm looking at potentially Monday or Tuesday. We'll just see how things play out, but make sure you tune into the page because I would love to do that again with you guys. It was so fun with the last one. Make sure you check out the replay of the last shadow work healing. I went back and replayed it myself and actually watched it. I usually don't like rewatch my lives, but I felt my energy moving and shifting just from rewatching that. So it really does help to clear density from your life. Make sure you go and give that one a replay. It's worth it. Oh, wonderful. Shelly said that they were there. They were there for the energy clearing. That's so good. I'm so glad that you were there for that. Hey, I speak my truth is back. I'd love to do a reading for you. I messaged you on Facebook. Another good day for ceremonies is Saturday. I think I still have some time. I would love to set it up and get everything firmed up if you still want to have a ceremony. If you don't, that's totally fine too. No, what's the word? No obligation. It's okay if you found a different way to heal too. That's perfectly fine. But I'm glad that you're here. Oh, and Shelly said she felt really good after that energy clearing session. That's wonderful. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and read for Shelly and then speak. If you would like a reading, just let me know. Or if you have like a specific topic or something, let me know. And speak as how am I? I'm actually doing really good today. I feel good. I've rested a lot this week. I've eaten really good, like spicy foods. Lots of Indian food, lots of peppers, lots of things that just open up your vitality. I do have a lot of issues when it gets colder, like my body just doesn't like it and my autoimmune stuff tries to flare up. So I'm being really intentional and sitting with my body while the seasons change so that I can kind of figure out where my energy is leaving me so that I don't get sick. So I'm trying to be really present in my body right now and eat spicy foods and increase my energy, exercise, do things like that. Because that helps you. That helps keep you healthy and it helps your immune system. So I hope that everybody else takes that advice. Go eat some spicy foods. I like to eat things that are so spicy that I like cry. It's wonderful. It's good for your soul. But Shelly, this is the energy that surrounds you. We've got raindrops. Take a chance on them. I think this card is so cool. I didn't notice this when I first looked at it, but there's like little fairies that are surrounding these people as they're walking through the rain. And so this is just a reminder that sometimes things happen that are scary or unsuspecting, or it's like, wow, I didn't think that was going to happen, or you get presented with opportunities that you're not sure about. Sometimes it's important to take a chance on those things. So I feel that you're being presented with interesting opportunities right now, or just experiences that you can really learn from. So now is the time to pay attention and say yes a little bit more often to yourself, especially say yes to yourself. When you like come up with this weird idea, or you're like, I think I need to go get a $5 coffee today. My best guess is that your intuition is telling you to go get coffee, go do that for a reason. Like, I don't think that we, what's that word? Like overindulge. I really feel like when your spirit urges you to do something, that you should go do it. Oh, thank you so much, Speak. I appreciate you. So Shelly, one more card. This is the clarity. Okay. Clarity card. What drives you forward? Oh, very nice. And this card is the very first card in the deck, and it's the Princess card, and it says, you can be your own knight, Shelly. You can be your own knight. And so this is, I think, a really important message that says to you, now is the time to take up your own power. Take up your own power and feel how that feels. Have you ever done something where you felt really powerful? I don't know, like, have you ever run a marathon or graduated high school or college or gotten some sort of certification or helped somebody or helped yourself in such a way where you're like, that was amazing? If you can just think about that, that is the key to unlocking, one of the keys to unlocking your power. It's like, when did you feel really powerful in your life, and how can you emulate that power again? So I truly feel like when you feel power and you feel passion, the universe is telling you this is important. Like me, like I really like birth work. I like to teach people about childbirth education and the whole like spiritual process of alignment of pregnancy and all of that. And it really lights me up. I'm really passionate about that. But most people are like, oh, that's really weird. So do what you think will bring you passion. Oh, wow, Shelly. Shelly says that they lost their husband a couple years ago. Yeah, so I mean, maybe now is the time to open up to new experiences. Like this card says raindrops, take a chance on them. So this might be Maybe it's time to start getting out into social circles or meeting other people or seeing how that community affects your heart. I have this very important medicine that I need to like share with everybody, but I'm not sure how to put it. So I'm going to try to spit it right now and we'll see what happens. But I believe in the power of something that I call council medicine. Okay, council medicine. Council medicine is when more than one person gather in a place and they have true heart, energetic, opening discussions. Just vulnerable discussions when they are not hiding, they're not being egotistical, they're not trying to save other people, they're just being humans together. That council medicine is so powerful and so important. And a lot of us have never experienced it or haven't experienced it in many years because of the coronavirus. So I think it is very important that you get out there and find a council of people who you can share medicine and power with, whether that's a church family, a volunteer group, a temple, just random friends who get together and howl at the moon. Like, you need council medicine in your life because those people, just the act of being with people, talking to people, being vulnerable, being a human, unlocks energy and magical potential within yourself. And it's a very healing experience. So I would very much suggest that you, Shelly, go out and find some council medicine. That would be very good for you at this time. Find whoever aligns with you, beautiful healers or beautiful people in your community. Somebody is out there waiting for you to unlock more magical potential and healing in your own experience. I hope that that's helpful, Shelly. Oh, Speak, you're wonderful. Oh, I haven't been checking my email, so if people have sent me stuff, I have not looked at it. Let's see. Oh, I've got a bunch of subscribers. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. You're wonderful. Okay, Speak, you didn't ask a question, so I'm going to just... Speak says churches are nice. Yes. Oh, OKC Mama says let's do that soon. Let's have a bonfire. OKC Mama, I would really love that. Like, I would really love that. I really need more of that in my life. I do some fire scrying, so I'd be fun at a bonfire. Okay, benevolent. That's the word we're looking for, Speak. Speak says, what do my benevolent ancestors want me to know about right now? What do my benevolent ancestors want me to know about? This is the energy that surrounds you. Castle, it's time for healing, not war. So while people have hurt you and wronged you in the past, they do it most of the time from an unhealed place, from an unhealed version of themselves. So yes, you have been hurt. Yes, you have been wronged, but it's not time to seek revenge. I think that it's very profound. And who knows if this is true or not, right? I think that the Bible is great and that the teachings of Jesus are great, but do we know if they're truly true or have people altered them? If it's true, the Bible says that Jesus cried out before he died, Father, forgive them, they know not what they do. What that means is that he had so much compassion, even in the moment of his death, that he was not angry about the people who hurt them. He knew that they were acting from an unhealed density. They were acting from an unhealed version of themselves. He knew that they would probably regret that when they went home. Like, who wants to get up in the morning and like hurt somebody? Like, I don't think anybody wants to do that, but sometimes it's unintentional. So I really feel like this message right now is understanding that now is a time for healing. It's a time to drop a lot of density that you have around the things that other people have done for you. If you are a woman, I would strongly recommend doing like a womb cleanse. If you're not, or if you don't have your womb anymore, you can still do a womb cleanse or cleanse your spleen. That organ also detoxifies impurities and things that are going on in the body. So your body actually stores trauma in your spleen and in your womb. So it's very important to clean those areas out. But now is the time for healing, not for more density, not for more anger or more upsetness. Anger is very, very beautiful. It is sacred. It is a ceremony in itself. It is beautiful and healing. It is necessary. It is necessary. But if you hold on to anger too long, it's hot. It'll burn you. You can use anger for creativity, for passion, for change. But if you hold on to it too long, then it ends up scarring you. So this is a very important. Oh yeah. Speak says that they are a woman. Yeah. So clear your womb. And if you want, herbs or ideas about that, just message me and I would love to help you with that. If any of y'all are local, I do like healing ceremonies and things like that. Pay what you can, honestly. in Oklahoma. So if you come visit me, I will do hands-on ceremony with you, or I can do over the Zoom like quantum sound healing ceremonies as well. But okay, this is a really good one. Speak the clarity. This is like moving forward. This is dragons, slay them all. And so I'm looking at this card again, and I'm noticing this woman has a prosthetic leg. So she is about to go slay the dragons, and she has one leg and then a half a leg in a prosthetic. I don't know if you've ever spoken to somebody who uses prosthetics, but especially on your legs, on your knees, they're very painful. Like that's a painful thing to do. And people who have prosthetics are so strong because they work through the pain and they work through their abilities and they move forward and do amazing and incredible things. So this is literally talking about being wounded, like being wounded from your experiences and moving forward and seizing the day, regardless of the wounds that you have incurred over your life. And so this medicine is saying, now is the time for healing. Now is the time to refresh, to purify, to do new and better and beautiful things. And in that process of healing, that brings you the closure that you need, or that brings you basically like a way to calm your anger, your very real righteous anger that deserves its place. It's a way to cool that. It's a way to let it be heard and understood. And remember, your emotions, anger, sadness, depression, anything that is an emotion is just energy that's moving through your body. So if you let that energy move through your body, you can be healthy, you can be healed. But if that energy gets stuck somewhere, then that can make you sick. So it's important to keep those energies moving through your body. By taking up this healing work, you are moving that energy. So that's very important. Oh, thank you, Speak. I love that you love that. I'm glad that it was helpful. Anybody else who would like a reading, feel free to comment. Deal, I want to do another reading on you because I just saw your donation. It was very generous. I very much appreciate you. Deal, if you're still here. If not, I'll just do it and I'll send it to you later. But Deal, I'm going to, you're welcome, Speak. You're very welcome. I'm going to pull a couple of these shadow cards for you. I'm going to pull 5 of them, Deal, and this will help you remove densities from your life. So after I pull these cards out, you could screenshot this video and you could meditate on these for like shadow work or see how they apply to your own life. So this is the root of the issues. Oh, can't see it. There we go. Root of the issues. Here's another one. I'm going to pull 5. Okay. So this is like kind of how the shadow work readings, the one that I pull is at the root, and this is like the most deep issue. And the ones on top are things that we need to kind of look at before we can get to the root of the issue. So Deal, the first card, this is like layered on the top. This is Don Juan. And the shadow attribute of Don Juan is using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. So this directly speaks about past relationships that might have hurt you, or like this could be your parents or your teachers. If they had bad romantic relationships, they could have put some of that energy on you, and you're unknowingly carrying that. So it's time to look at these romantic relationships, especially where people use power dynamics or charisma to control or influence others' free will. That's important to check out. Another thing to look at is the athlete shadow. The athlete shadow is, the shadow attribute is misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends and a false sense of invulnerability and entitlement. So this directly speaks to blocks around moving your body and perhaps even about exercising. So if you feel like you've fallen out of practice, especially with exercise for a while, and in a time in the past when you used to exercise, it was very good for you and like it felt like energetic alignment. And now it's like, I can't exercise anymore. I feel terrible or something is wrong. I just can't make time to go to the gym. You need to look at this shadow. You need to look at the shadow. This is basically saying that when you exercised in the past, or again, this could have happened to other people, coaches' experiences, or people used to work out with their experiences and they put that energy on you. They felt like working out made them better than other people, or like they would be invulnerable or so amazing because they did this workout, and they weren't working out because they loved it, because it aligned their energy, because it was beautiful for them, because it was a good healing process. They were working out because they thought it made themselves better. So that's something to look at. Another shadow is the shadow of the slave. The shadow attribute of the slave is giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. So that's a really big one. That's basically like giving up your power and saying, you'll protect me and keep me safe, so I'll just let you do it. And I think that a lot of us have those dynamics in our life that we need to revisit. Or like I said, sometimes it happens to our parents, teachers, coaches. The next one is the thief. which is in my mind, it's very similar to the slave. And the shadow attribute is stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers that you think that you might lack. And so this is really stepping into your own power of creativity and not being afraid of other people taking your ideas or other people stealing your shine or your brightness, because your shine is so brilliant, so beautiful that nobody can take that from you. And then the last one, this is the root of these issues that will help remove density for you. And this is the guide. And it says placing financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insights. So this might be like people in your life who have had paywalls to their help. Like, I won't help you because I need you to do a treatment plan with me, and it's going to take 6 months, and it's going to be $2,000, and that is bad energy. That, if you ask me, that's the energy of like capitalism, and that's not the energy of healing. If you truly have medicine that could save somebody's life, you shouldn't have a paywall that is that expensive to keep people from healing. So areas in your life you have been basically denied healing because you didn't have the financial resources to accept that healing or to go pursue it. And so now is the time to open that density, open that shadow, and just remember that all things are possible, all healing is possible, and that there are people out there that wish to help you. There are resources out there that wish to help you, and that this is just a bad example of density and our world essentially being really messed up. So none of these things are your fault. It's time to witness those things and to move forward in good alignment. So I hope that that's helpful. Chrissy, I would love to do a reading for you for sure. I was just doing a really quick shadow card reading for Deal, but I'm reading from this Believe in Your Own Magic deck, and it is just, it's on it tonight. So I'm excited that you were able to comment and tune in. I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards for you now. And anybody else who's still tuned in on YouTube especially, please give me a thumbs up. That really super helps me. But Chrissy, let's go ahead and we'll... I just did this shadow reading for a Deal, and they say, I wish you could see all the faces I made. I feel like I should figure out how to invite people on to do readings so that I can actually talk to them. I feel like that would be really super cool. If somebody who's like more technologically inclined could help me figure out how to get people face to face with me, I would love to do readings like that. Oh my goodness. I'll read y'all for Phil face to face too. That's wonderful. But Chrissy, let's go ahead. I'm shuffling right now. All right. This card is the energy that surrounds you. Escapist. Come home to yourself. So this is really an important message, I feel like, Chrissy. This is a message that you have been going out and doing things. You have been working really hard. You've been trying to find maybe partners or friendships. You've been trying to find, emotional connections and things like that. And maybe you've been seeking outside validation. Maybe you're not sure of your path. So you just keep going to different places and you're like, somebody is going to tell me what to do here. Somebody else has better power or authority than I do. And you've been kind of escaping the very important message that's right in front of your face. And that message is, you have the power. You have the intuition. You have the beauty, you have the magic within yourself to be able to do all of the things that you wish to accomplish. It's just a matter of taking that first step and doing it. Like, you don't need to rely on other people. So now is the time to come home to yourself. I did a reading for OKC Mama a couple of readings back, and I suggested that she really, really tonight, especially, have the best night, make it a beautiful night with lots of love, lots of respect, lots of passion, lots of beautiful, good things. Tonight is a new moon. So the things that we do tonight sow the seeds for our lives in the next coming months, in the next coming years. So make tonight a beautiful night where you come home to yourself and where you really enjoy yourself, enjoy your body, whether that's taking a nice hot bath or eating a very delicious meal or just giving yourself some much needed rest or attention. Now is the time to come home to yourself. You have all the power and you have all the answers inside of you already. And then we're going to pull one more card, Chrissy. And anybody else who's still watching, feel free to comment. I'd love to read for you as well. All right, Chrissy, this is the clarity card. Lavender. See, this was the card actually that came up for OKC Mama when I told her to make tonight about love. And so the lavender card, it says, surround yourself with love. It's a bunch of friends sitting on couches and in a living space with a nice little kitty. They've got candles and coffee and herbs. beautiful snacks, good company. So this is all about really, again, coming home to yourself, surrounding yourself with love. A lot of us don't have things like support networks or good friends or people who we can be vulnerable and authentic with. So now is the time, as you surround yourself tonight with love, with joy, with passion, with good things, you're laying down the foundations to open up your life and your energy for beautiful healed connections, for more council magic, and for people to unlock new ideas and energies in your own life. And I hope that one's helpful, Chrissy. Very good. Laura Elder says, I have a question. If we could, I do a reading. Oh, should we consider to have another baby? Oh, that's a really big one. Let's see. Do I have my... Hang on a second. I've got my pendulum somewhere. Hey, who just walked in?
Me.
Could you get my pendulum? It's on the desk. You know what the pendulum is?
No.
That pointy rock that I swing?
Okay, I'll see.
My kid just walked in. She's going to get me a pendulum. Laura, I would love to read for you, but I'm not sure if I should do that. So I want the pendulum. And I don't have a necklace on or anything tonight. Let's see. Oh, no. Ava, I found one, honey.
Okay.
Yeah, I found one. So I'm going to ask the pendulum. Have you guys ever seen pendulums? They're so cool. So they basically they use your bioelectric energy to answer questions. So you're not going to tell yourself a lie. So they're very good for divination. So I'll show you how it works, right? My name is Brittany. And it says yes. I'm not moving my hand, by the way. Yes. Stop. 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 Thank you. My name is Joseph. And it says no. I'm not moving my hand. So that's really cool. So should I do a card reading for Laura with this Believe in Your Own Magic deck for that question? No. Okay. Should I answer that question with the Shadow Card deck? Okay. Yes. Okay. So I think that you should really consider healing. And I don't know what that means. You should really consider healing before moving into the energy of adding to the family. And so this could mean doing cleanses or detox or whatever, supporting your own organs in a way that makes a pregnancy more healthy. Or it could mean doing emotional healing. I don't know, man. I don't know exactly what's going on in your life. And then hang on one second, Laura. Should I pull 3 cards? Okay, so I'm going to pull 3 cards. I don't know what that healing process looks like in your life, but I definitely think that it's a good idea, I think, to have another baby. But now is a time to focus on healing yourself before you step into that. Nothing bad will happen to you if you don't take up the process of healing first, but I think that would make your outcomes a lot easier. Oh, Adil said they've never seen a pendulum used. That was wild. Oh, yeah. Okay, Laura, this is the root. Oh, interesting. The athlete. This is interesting because we're talking about physical bodies. We're talking about physical health and things like that. The athlete to come up. That's the root. This is another thing that you should look at. The angel card come up. I have to wonder, and you don't have to answer this, but I have to wonder if you've had a pregnancy loss in the past. And I would prefer you didn't answer that in public. You don't have to. But the angel card makes me think of that. And then this is the card that's on the top. It's a very kind of easy thing that you can look at first to get to the root of those other issues. And that's the guide. Okay, cool. So Laura, the kind of top issues of this reading are the guide, the light, the shadow attribute of that is placing financial gain and control over imparting spiritual wisdom and insight. So I would really look at areas in your life where people were supposed to take care of you, and maybe you've slipped through the cracks or you didn't get as much care as you needed or as you deserved. This could be with like previous pregnancies, or it could be with other health things, or maybe you're like, I have a lot of these needs and maybe weird things are going on. Like nobody is listening to me, so I'm not able to attack those problems or heal them in a way that I should. So really look at that. The next shadow that you should look at is the angel shadow. And this one says acting innocent and misleading others or falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. What I take this to mean is that... Oh, thank you, Anna. I will get back to you in a second. Anna, what I take this, or not Anna, Laura, what I take this to mean is that maybe there's some people in your life who, again, they maybe have used you, and that has... It feels like the energy of use, like where your boundaries were disrespected. And it's like, I'm feeling really drained because of this situation that happened. So this is something that I would definitely look at before you move forward in that process. And then the deepest root of all these issues is the athlete card. And again, this is misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends and a false sense of invulnerability and entitlement. So this is something that I would look at. And remember, all of these shadow cards, these could be things that are going on in your life, or it could be things that have happened with your partners or your parents or your teachers or anybody else in your life. And they put those shadows or that density, or they gave you bad lessons essentially that made you change in a way that was not authentic to yourself. So this doesn't necessarily like calling out you and all your problems. It could be like other people in your experience too, where they have failed you in some way because they failed themselves, and that created unhealedness in you. But this is definitely talking about the physical body and doing health for the wrong reasons, essentially. So I always 100% of the time preach sustainability in finances, in health, in exercise, in herbs, and your diet, even in the things you eat. Sustainability is most important. So the next time that you move towards, doing more health, whether that's, cleanses or whatever it looks like for you, think about things you can do sustainably long term, because that's going to benefit you now. It's going to benefit you in 20 years, and it will benefit your children and your grandchildren for many years to come. So think about your health in terms of sustainability and not in terms of like, this is like the next thing that I'm going to do or try. And it might be time to consult with somebody who's way smarter than me, somebody who does herbs or acupuncture or something like that, who could help you maybe get in better alignment with your energies. I do Reiki and stuff like that, would be more than happy to help you or work on you with that type of stuff. But this definitely, to me, it's like we need to do some body healing right now. And I think that that's always beautiful. My idea, and you can maybe screenshot those cards and think about them later, but my idea is that pregnancy is a ceremony from start to finish. So from conception to birth, and even then thereafter, that's all a ceremony that opens you and gets you prepared to raise this new life, this new soul. And so I think it's good to go into that ceremony with a lot of preparation, like you would for any other ceremony. So thank you for asking that question. That was really fun. And I hope that that provides a little bit of healing and insight for you. Thank you so much. Okay, Anna says, I know that you don't do medium work here, but I was wondering if you could tell me if I have any messages from my brother. So Anna, I don't like to do messages like that unless I get like permission. So I will ask the pendulum basically. Am I allowed to get a message from Anna? No, I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. I will give you like a general reading. Hang on one second. Let's see. And should I use the animal deck? No. Should I use a Toltec Oracle? Okay. I'm gonna change decks on you really quick, because I also feel like the decks that I have out tonight are not, for whatever reason, that's not the medicine that you need to hear. So I'm gonna pull. This is a card basically for the ruling energy, the energy that surrounds you. Anybody on YouTube, if you would like a reading, please comment, and I would love to read for you. Also, give me a thumbs up. But Anna Ashby, let's see. This is the energy that surrounds you. Okay. And this is what you need to hear right now, or this is like a little more clarity for you. Okay. There we go. Kiwit. Good. So the energy that surrounds you is Mikteglen Tekuli, and that is the god of death, the lord of death. And so that is an energy of change. That is an energy of transformations. That is an energy of basically like going to the underworld and living through something that was really wild, and then coming back to share the story, coming back as a healed version of yourself. And so this is a message that you're going through a lot of process, a lot of change, a lot of transformation right now. So this is a time to honor yourself. And when you're going through times like this, is a very important to have self-compassion. That is the most important thing, because it's hard work to revolutionize yourself and to heal, especially with everything that's going on in like our physical world. Like the world is wild, and then we're out here like trying to heal our traumas and stuff. So be respectful and compassionate to yourself. That's a very important message for you right now. And then this is what you need to learn. This is what you need to hear right now. And so you got Kiawit rain, and Kiawit is a message of nourishment, fertilization energy. So this is really asking you to look at the things in your life that you enjoy. What do you enjoy? Do you enjoy, a certain hobby,
certain people? Do you enjoy doing something? Do you enjoy nature? Like, what is it that you really enjoy? And how can you fertilize or nourish that energy in your life? Because if you find joy in silly little things, that is your soul literally like lighting up. Joy is your soul lighting up and telling you, this is really important to what I'm supposed to be doing here. So anywhere that you can find joy is going to be beneficial for you and helpful in moving forward in the healing process. So I hope that that is helpful to you, Anna. There we go. Laura said that was helpful. Great. I'm so glad that was helpful to you. Cool. Well, let's shuffle again. I'm going to get my Believe in Your Magic deck out. And there we go. And then anybody else who would like a reading, feel free to comment. And let me just check my emails really quick. Okay, cool beans. And thank you again for all you lovely people who have subscribed. I really appreciate it. And like I said, I do want to go live into the shadow work readings again, probably Monday or Tuesday this week, because I felt so good after I did that, those readings the other day. And it was really good for my energy. And I even like replayed it and like really got a lot of healing from that. Yes. Okay. Angie would like a reading on family or work. I have my Toltec cards out. Let's just do those ones. I know that I said I was going to read from like a certain deck, but now I'm like, I have to use this other one. Sometimes it happens. All right, Angie. That's the energy that surrounds you. That's the Witch Lepochli, the kind of like the god of war. Alika commented, hang on one second and I will get back to you, Alika. Okay, Angie, and this is like what you need to hear right now. Oh, cool. So Witch Lepochli is like a ruling energy for you in your life right now. And this is like a message that you need to have tenacity. Like you need to actually chase those things that you appreciate in life. And I just gave that message in the last reading about finding your joy, about every time you experience joy or something that feels so beautiful to you, that's your soul lighting up and telling you like, this is really important. This is something that is important to your life and your energy and your health and your well-being. And this is why you're here. You're here to experience this joy. That's what joy is a signal of. So this is telling you that now is the time to pursue your joy. Like almost like now is the time to move forward and to do that, what you expect, what you want, what creates passion and joy in your life. This is very interesting. The what you need to hear, like clarity, is Sipagli the dragon. Sipagli is a message of, if you don't make peace with your power, it will consume you. So that's like a really heavy message, right? So what I need to pass on to you right now, Angie, is that you have a lot of personal power. You have a lot of spiritual power. Maybe you have like favor with spirit. Maybe you pray a lot. Maybe you've made a lot of friends on that other side. And you're a powerful person that's meant to do a lot of really beautiful things. You're meant to unlock healing and awareness in yourself, and also to unlock healing and awareness in other folks with whatever it is that you do with your life. Like you don't have to go out there and like open up a healing wellness center. Maybe you will, but like just doing whatever it is that you love to do in life heals and activates other people, and it heals and activates you as well. So now is the time to really pursue that. And I strongly feel like, Angie, that people in your life have told you that you're not good enough, or they've told you that you shouldn't be doing this, or you should think differently, or, you know, you're not as good as you think you are. Or, you know, I was told that a lot growing up, you know, in love. I think my parents were trying to make me strong or something, but they were like, who do you think you are, all the time? And I'm like, I don't even know. How am I supposed to answer that question? But this is really asking you to think about what creates joy in your life, and think about your own personal power and how maybe other people's words or how other people have treated you in the past have taken that power away from you, or have encouraged you to forget about it. So now is the time to remember your power. And I hope that that one's helpful, Angie. Okay, we've got Alika. Hi, I'm trying to come friends only with one. What? I don't know what that means. It sounds explicit. Hang on, Alika. Maybe she's trying to become friends with a woman. Or Alika, maybe you're a man. I don't know. Alika is trying to become friends with somebody, and can you tell me if they would be a good friend or not? Okay, so here's what I can tell you. I can tell you all the problems that you're going to have, and you can look at those problems in yourself. And if you see that those problems resonate and that they could cause trouble in the future, you need to work on those areas in yourself and release that density, and then you can move forward with a good friendship. All right, Alika. So this is the first thing, the root of all the issues that could upset you or cause issues in your friendship. Here's another one. This could cause issues with your friendship. Yeah, that one always comes up with friendships and relationships. Oh, Angie said it was helpful and she really enjoyed that. Thank you, Angie. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That really helps me out. And thumbs up on the video. Rachel, I would love to read for you. Let me finish reading with Alika. Okay, so the kind of top layer issue here that you really need to pull off or pull back, Alika, before you can pursue a healthy, healed relationship with this friend is the Hermit card. And the shadow attribute of the Hermit is withdrawing from society out of fear or negative judgments from others and refusing to help those in need. So the Hermit, this is a top layer issue. I'm telling you, as a collective, this has been deep energy for us in the past 2 years because of COVID, right? We have been told consistently by the media and because of our own fear and whatever else that we need to stay away from people. We need to stop gathering in groups. We need to not have friends and see people in person. And like, I think that's very damaging. I think you need to, of course, be safe and do the things that make you feel safe, whether that is being vaccinated or limiting your exposure or wearing a mask. Do the things that make you feel safe, but also don't neglect going out and seeing people because you're afraid of whatever it is that you're afraid of. Now is the time to seek other opportunities to actually get out there and meet with people. So what I would say in pursuing a healthy, healed version of this relationship, Alika, what I would do is really look at the fear that you have around meeting with people. That might hold you back a little bit. The next thing that you should look at is this orphan child shadow. This is always feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation and seeking inappropriate surrogate families. So if you have had unhealed relationships in the past, or you have had relationships and like, oh my gosh, this is going to sound really wild, but if you've had a relationship and that person really pissed you off, like they made you so angry, they triggered you in crazy ways, this new friend that you're attracting into your experience will do the same things to you. You will feel like you're being abandoned by them and like you're not good enough and like you're seeking that person to fulfill a specific need in your life instead of allowing that person to be the beautiful friend and healed person connection that they could be. So this is another shadow to really look at. Oh, Alika, you're a woman. Very good. And oh, your English is not your first language. Thank you so much for having the courage to comment. That's so difficult. I barely speak English and I was taught this language when I was a baby. So like I really have a lot of respect for people that speak more than one language. You're amazing, Alika. Thank you so much for being here. So the deep issue. So this orphan child is always like abandonment issues, looking at abandonment issues in ourselves and the fear that we have over gathering in society. But the deep root issue is negative judgment of the physical world and excess piety. So if you or this person or both of y'all are more like spiritual people and you feel like you're so holy or whatever that looks like in your life, or you have a judgment over other people, you have a judgment over how other people live their lives or the choices that other people make, that could cause some friction or tension in this relationship. So these three shadows are the things that I would look at. And yes, I would pursue that friendship relationship. I would definitely do that. I think that's wonderful. But understand that we all have levels of unhealed density or shadows or traumas of things that we've experienced. And going through these shadows and really sitting with them helps us become healed and helps us attract good relationships. And I think that even relationships that you have right now, they're not so healed, you can do shadow work and learn to be more healed. And those relationships will upgrade as well. So this is for relationships that you're going to begin or relationships that you have right now that you're trying to nourish. So that's very important, Alika. Thank you for asking that. I hope that it was helpful. Okay, Rachel would like a general reading. We're going to go back to the deck that we were supposed to be reading from now. So we're going to be doing this Believe in Your Own Magic deck for Rachel. Thanks for sticking around too. Make sure you guys give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I go live every Thursday for intuitive readings, and I like to go live sporadically throughout the week to do other cool stuff too. All right, Rachel. So this is the energy that surrounds you. The evil queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. So the energy that surrounds you is somebody has not been doing you right and They've made you out to be like, oh, you're a bad guy. You're a bad guy because you set boundaries with me, or you're a bad guy because you don't listen to everything that I need you to do for me. So somebody is trying to manipulate you and like make you seem like you're this horrible thing, and you're not. Like, you don't deserve salt. You don't deserve the things that they're giving you. You deserve sweetness in your life. You deserve sweetness. Okay, Rachel, and this is the clarity card, or the energy that moves you forward. And anybody else who's watching the stream, feel free to comment. I'd love to read for you as well. Okay, here we go, Rachel. This is your clarity. And you got gardens. Something lovely will grow from this. So that's very important to know. So I think that you are right now in like a time period of learning lessons, and that those lessons are going to help you attract new and better relationships in the future. Just understand, when other people give you salt, or other people are just like mean to you or something like that, again, they're doing it from usually an unhealed version of themselves. Like, you don't deserve it, but they're honestly not aware enough to know that they're hurting you. And I find that that's like 80% of the time, maybe even more, maybe like 90% of the time, when people hurt you, like, you're just taking it personally, or you don't see the whole story. Like, you don't see why they act the way they do. So just have compassion for them. Doesn't mean you need to let them hurt you or continue to take energy from you. Set your healthy boundaries with yourself and with your own heart and move forward. But understand that people are very super unhealed, and that's why they act that way. Act crazy. They need to come to the shadow work sessions that I do. Oh, very cool. I got a couple people that booked with me. Thank you very much, everybody. You're wonderful. All right, my friends, I'm going to do one more reading. Oh, Rachel gave me hearts. Thank you so much, Rachel. I'm going to do one more reading, and this is, what do we need to know between now and the full moon to have a very balanced experience during that time? What do we need to know? Alika, you're very welcome. I'm glad that was helpful. Okay, so we're going to pull 3 cards. What do we need to know? What do we need to know from this time until the full moon later this month? How can we keep balance during the next 2 weeks? Very good. So we have been through a lot. That's what this card means, this castle card. It says it's time for healing, not war. We've been through a lot. Like, all of us have been through a lot. Can we like collectively agree that we have been through a lot in the last couple of years, like especially the last 2 years? Man, it's been nonstop since about 2019, 2020. And so all of us have been through a lot, and we don't need to be fighting each other. We don't need to pick up spears against each other. We just need to be kind and compassionate, and understand that you've been through a lot these last 2 years, but so has everybody else. So now is the time to look for healing, to look for common ground, to look for communication. That's very important. What we need to know specifically for the present, for the next 2 weeks, like that meat and bones of the next 14 days, weave together crowns that you deserve. And this is the thorn card. So understand that while energy might be here and there, while we might continue to experience some things that are difficult, understand that even those difficult experiences have medicine and beauty and magic in them. And then moving ahead to the future, this is the energy and the outlook that we should be going for towards the new moon. We've got Princess. You can be your own knight. You can be your own knight. And so that is a beautiful reminder, a beautiful validation, and understanding that we have this power to create change and to create healing. Even though we see a world that is in such deep need of healing, there's so much pollution, so much trouble among political authorities and power structures, and even just in our communities, there's so much trouble. But we have the power to take up the armor, to take up the weapons, and to create change for ourselves and for our communities. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching live. Make sure you thumbs up and subscribe, and be sure to check me out in the future lives that are coming up. Bye, friends.